Yo, what is going on, Guardians, and welcome back to another Destiny 2 gameplay video. Today's video, thanks to my friends at NVIDIA who sponsored this one, we'll be unpacking everything you need to know room by room in the legendary Lost Sector Bunker E15. I did one of these breakdowns for a different Lost Sector, and I was really surprised by the response. A lot of people found a lot of value to it and really appreciated the room by room, step-by-step tutorial, and so I figured I would continue and do this one as well, since it's currently available as per the moment that I'm recording the audio. You're going to want to get into a good rhythm with this Lost Sector so that you can farm for the new exotic armor pieces when it's in the rotation, and you can continue to farm for amazing rolls on any exotic in the pool as well after that. I've been farming these things now and have received not only all the new exotics, but also 65 plus stat rolls. 65 plus stat rolls on several other exotic armor pieces as well, thus bolstering my collection of absolutely cracked exotics for builds that I like to do. But before we dive into the breakdown, first let me mention that the gameplay in this video was captured on GeForce Now. This is a cloud gaming service courtesy of NVIDIA, a highly trusted name in PC gaming that literally turns any old PC into a fantastic gaming PC that can run at 1080p and 60 frames per second. All you have to do is download GeForce Now, and as long as you have a solid internet connection, you're set, because it's going to do all the computing for you on their servers, right? Their own servers. So you get access to over 1,000 games, including games you already own, and it's compatible with PC, Mac, Android, and Shield TVs. I have to say, I've been impressed with the lack of input delay, which I expected to struggle with, honestly, with a cloud service, because I've never used one before this. But I was honestly surprised. Best part is that you can get started for free. So you can try it out without paying a dime, see if it'll be a good addition for your gaming routine. It's honestly a fantastic deal for people intimidated by the price tag and the process of building a high-end gaming PC. So if you like it, you can upgrade for $4.99 a month, or go for the bundle and save some cash in the long run. If you're interested in trying it out, just check the description for a link that will get you up and running with GeForce Now. Well, now. Alright, let's break down this Lost Sector, huh? Okay, first things first, anytime you go to a new Lost Sector, you're going to want to look at the flag before you activate it. It will list out everything that you need to know about that almost everything you need to know about that Lost Sector, including what kind of champions you're dealing with, burns, modifiers, etc. So first things first, check that thing out. You're going to see that we need to deal with barrier champions and overload champions, same as a lot of the other Lost Sectors. So your build, honestly, your build can stay the same for most of these Lost Sectors. Like barriers and overloads, you can have the same build for most of these Lost Sectors without mixing anything up. So I honestly just did that. I took the build that I've used for the last for the other two Europa Lost Sectors. I took the exact same build I used for those two ones, and I used it again in Bunker E15. Now let me just walk through this build, but I'll also make note of a couple of things that you could mix up if you wanted to. I use a kinetic pulse rifle to deal with the anti-barrier for the barrier champion, so I get the anti-barrier rounds. So I prefer to use the no time to explain, because I love the fact that I don't have to reload the thing. I can shoot barrier champions, I can shoot hydras, I can go through trash mobs and just hold the trigger down and look at crit zones and just refund ammo, and not have to worry about reloading. It just helps with cutting out that downtime where you can't do damage because you're doing reloads. I gotta say, guys, this Lost Sector is so freaking easy. Like, you do not need to be intimidated by these things, especially this one. This one, there are these frames, these Braytech frames, that you just kind of, after the first room, you cut them loose, and they can clear, literally, they can clear the whole trash mobs for you and just leave you to deal with, like, the Minotaurs and the barrier champions. They can literally kill the boss for you. You could choose, if your light is so low, you're scared to fight the Hydra, you've taken out the champions, and you're afraid to fight the Hydra, you could sit in a back room for 20 minutes and just let these frames kill the boss for you. It's so friggin' easy, guys. But anyways, back to the build. In the second slot, I'm using the Adored. I like to have a ranged option for things like hobgoblins, or even just doing a quick burst damage on the Hydra boss at the very end, because this has triple tap, so I'm going to get refunded some shots, so more DPS before reloading. Very, very nice to have. This is honestly a flex weapon. You could use anything in the slot. I mean, you could use I would recommend trench barrel shotties are great because you'd have to deal with you have one wyvern in this lost sector in the boss room that you'll have to deal with. We'll get to that in a minute. You got a wyvern to deal with. You got the overload minotaurs. You've got the overload captain at the very beginning, and a trench barrel shotty is really good for taking out champions in solo lost sectors. So keep that in mind. You could run the Ikelos. Is a good option. The Perfect Paradox can roll a trench barrel as well. So keep that in mind if you got one of those. Honestly, the new fusion rifle as well, the Coriolis Force, that is also a really good choice here. It really does not matter what you choose in this slot. Just pick something, a special weapon that packs a punch that you have a good relationship with and is highlight. It's really okay. Final slot, I'm using the Falling Guillotine. Now, if you choose to run a legendary pulse rifle, you could use Anarchy here. Anarchy is a fantastic choice. It always has been, always will be. Xenophage as well, a fantastic choice. Always has been, always will be, until it's nerfed. I like the Guillotine because I'm also using this against, and you'll see this in the gameplay, I actually use my Guillotine against the Minotaurs, and because you got 2 Minotaurs in this lost sector, and I use it against the Wyvern. I just bait him in, I freeze him with my melee ability, on my Warlock, and then I just spin to win. Bam, he's dead, no problem. So I like to use the Guillotine, but again, choose whatever you like best. This lost sector, it's not like, oh, you have to use these things to get through it. I mean, you could use dozens of different combinations. This thing is a cakewalk. Your light level is the only thing that could really deter you from getting this done. As long as you're a competent gamer, you got this one. Trust me, you got this one. So let's real quick over armor and mods. As far as helmet is concerned, I'm just using finders like Sniper Finder and Sword Ammo Finder. And then on the gauntlets, obviously you want anti-barrier rounds. I like to use high energy fire. You really don't need it. It's just something I like. On the chest piece, I like to do sniper damage resistance. It's nice to be able to resist some of the damage from the things that are further away, hobgoblins, anything that's shooting you at range, because when you're soloing these things, you tend to stay on the peripherals and the edges, so I like to have that. Sniper reserves I like to use, shield break charge as well. These are not mandatory. This is just what I'm running. I don't even, you'll notice, I'm not even running a single exotic armor piece on this build right now. I don't care, you don't need them. It's so easy, you don't have to like completely think out everything on your build, you really don't. Scavengers on the boots for my special and my heavy. Pretty straightforward. On the bond, this is the only other crucial part of the build. You want thermal overload and surge eater. Thermal overload, surge eater. This is what you're going to use on the overload champions. You can get 2 stuns with a single Duskfield grenade. I think everybody knows this by now. If you don't, use the Duskfield grenade because that works with the thermal overload. So, and that one can get 2 stuns on a champion with 1 grenade because it sticks around long enough. And it has a big AoE. You don't really have to worry too much about missing that thing. Every now and then I miss it because I'm old and I've got old eyes. Just drop back and wait for your charge to come back. No big deal. Anyways, let's get into the lost sector itself, room by room. When you start, very, very simple. Very simple. You have this nice little head glitch. Pick off the Vandals, pick off the Dregs, then move up and take out the champion. I just throw that Duskfield grenade down. As soon as he's stunned, I ape forward. Spin to win, baby. If you got Xenophage, hit him with a Xenophage. You get the Anarchy, you know, just tag him twice with the Anarchy and watch him go down. No problem. And if you need to do subsequent damage, Overload champions are so easy to take down when it's just you and them. Because if you're like, oh crap, he's going to survive this this assault from me. He's going to have more HP left. Don't worry about it. Just throw another grenade at him. It's going to refund your grenade every time he gets stunned anyway. So you can just infinitely stun him with grenades if you wanted to. So no big deal. You move on to the next room. Very, very simple. As soon as you get up here, release the frames. You shoot the little cube. The frames come out. They start shooting the goblins down underneath. If you're low light, just use it as a head glitch. Crouch up there. Use it as a head glitch. Start picking them off one by one. Play it slow. Play it safe. Very, very, very easy. Then you're going to go down into the next room. In this room, you've got goblins again, but you also have the Minotaur. He has a void shield. He has a void shield, so you need to make sure you have something to take out the void shield. Xenophage, no problem. It's not void, but 2 shots from a xenophage, depending on your light level, maybe 3. He's going to go down, no problem. But I like to use the guillotine. I just 3 peek behind a box, or just 8 forward, whatever you want to do. Play it safe and stay behind the box if you want to, and 3 peek, wait for him to get close. Spin to win, he goes down, no problem. You're on to the next room. As soon as you get to this next room, just look up and you see another cube. You can release some more of the frames. You've got 3 groups of frames here that you can release, and they're in the opposite corners of the room once you get in here. And otherwise, it's just a bunch of little ads. Killing goblins. You're just killing gobbies. You got hobgoblins up top. You got, I think, 2 hobgoblins up on the top end of the room on the catwalks above you. If you're high enough light, honestly, just jump up there, pull out sniper, and take them down. Very, very simple. If you're low light, just pick them off at range, or you could literally just wait for the frames to kill these guys. Release those frames whenever you get an option, or whenever you get the time to do so. But otherwise, you're going to get, after you kill out the first wave of ads in this room, what's going to happen is another wave of ads is going to spawn. And the second wave of ads is going to have more goblins. It's going to have 1 cyclops, and it's going to have 1 barrier champion, 1 Vex barrier champion. It's, honestly, just stay back, pick the Cyclops off first. That's your biggest threat. The frames are going to take care of most of the goblins, but you can shoot the goblins down too. Use your grenades. You don't need your overload grenades in this room because there's no overload champions. It's just the 1 barrier champion. This is your second out of 4 champions. The other 2 are both going to be overload champions in the final boss room. So if you want to use a grenade charge here, don't worry about it. You can get to the boss room in 4 minutes or less. You clean up the gobbies, Cyclops first, then the goblins, then the barrier champion, and you're basically done. You got up on the catwalk, you've got these little flashings, these are like shield plates, like half walls. You can stand behind, block any incoming fire from the barrier champion. You can take him down from underneath too. It really doesn't matter, but just go ham-bodacious on him. As soon as his barrier comes up, you pop it, 8 forward, spin to win. He's dead. Easy, easy, easy. You also have 1 more Minotaur in this room, and oftentimes for me, he's the very last thing I do. This is what's so nice about this Lost Sector, is that everything is going to be focused on these stupid little frames, and the Minotaur is he's not going to worry about you at all. He doesn't deem you as a threat. You're his biggest threat in this room, and he's more focused on these tiny little frames. Take out your barrier champion, then go walk over to Minotaur Man, and spin to win. He goes down. Clean up any ads that remain, and now you are on to the final room. You see in this gameplay, under 4 minutes, in less than 4 minutes, you're in the boss room. You're on the final step. This one is so easy, guys. I'm telling you, you got this. Come to the final room. You got to clean up some trash mobs, kill some gobbies. They go down. The only thing in the first wave you got to worry about is now you're going to have a wyvern to deal with. And they can one-shot you. Even at high light, wyverns can one-shot you. They're kind of a pain in the butt. What I like to do is aggro him and get him to come back to a choke point where I know I can't miss. My 32-year-old true Vanguard, easy to miss things for me in my old age, but I kid. But pull him into the choke point. That way you can't miss him. I like to hit him with my melee ability to freeze him. You can use your grenades to freeze him, whatever you want to do. Anything that'll stun him. Then I run up, I spin to win, he goes down, no problem. Now, you've got another wave that's going to spawn. You're going to take out the trash mobs, the gobbies, and start doing some damage to the Hydra, the boss. Anti-barrier rounds, you can shoot right through those shield walls that the Hydra has rotating around him. Otherwise, wait for a window to do some serious DPS with the sniper rifle. And his health is going to continue to go down because the frames are going to be shooting him the entire time. But you do have to keep an eye out because at any point, he's shocked me before, a little jump scare, but the Overload Minotaur can just come running in. Typically, he likes to focus on the frames up on the catwalks. So you can just kind of take your time, decide when it's safe, once you've killed all the goblins, to go out there and hunt him down. Otherwise, sometimes for just no reason at all, he's like, screw this guy in particular, and comes running in. You just got to be ready. As soon as you hear those heavy footfalls, you chuck that grenade down and you spin to win till he goes down. If you've got special finishers on that you want to use to get things like ammo or whatever, do them, or to get charged with light, whatever you want to do. You can do finishers on him. I just kill him outright. I don't deal with all that stuff. I'm a simple man. Now you have 3 champions down. You need 1 more Overload champion left. I just do damage to the Hydra until the next wave starts to spawn. Once that wave spawns, the Overload champion will spawn in the back of the room near the chest. It'll take him time. He might go up to the catwalks, He might come straight to you. You never really know. You just kind of play it by ear. Kill the trash mobs first. Get them out of the way. If you want to move out and go up into the catwalks, you can. It's a little riskier there. If you're lower light, just stay back. Just stay back in the entrance and just shoot stuff that you see. Eventually, that guy's going to aggro on you. Same deal. Throw the dust field grenade down. Stun him, spin, win. Or use anarchy, whatever you want to do. These guys are so easy because you can infinitely stun them with your grenades that automatically cool down. Then finish off the Hydra at your own leisure. Depends on how much time you have left, how many lives you have left. If you want to get aggressive, use a super, whatever. Or if you got 1 life left and you're too scared or you're over your 15 minutes, just sit back. And just start shooting him. Just use your primary, whittle him down. And the second he starts to turn to face you, you just leave. Because he can two-shot you, you know. If you're real low light, maybe he can one-bang you. If you start to see him turn to face you, don't even tempt fate, just back off. And take your time with it. The frames will shoot him, get his attention again. He'll look away from you. You can finish him off. Then you move forward. You open the chest. You get your loot. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Hey, I hope that was helpful in any way for you. I really do. These legendary lost sectors are a whole lot of fun. I really enjoy farming them and getting lots of nice rolls on exotics. So it's definitely worth the time. So take the time to do it. Get some fat loot. Let me know if this was helpful. I'll continue to make these videos room by room to walk you through everything you need to do, everything you need to know, if you find them helpful. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I hope to catch you out there on the tundra sometime. Be warm and well fed, my friends. We'll see you later.